Power on. All systems ready. Initiate groove sequence. Now.
It's the Liquid Radio Show After Dark, with your hosts, Tommy on bass, and Domika.
5. See, now you're whispering. You're going to have to speak out. This is a radio show. This is not a conversation. Starting over. 5,
4,
3,
2,
1. It's the Liquid Radio Show After Dark with your host, Tommy on bass, and the lovely, dynamic, iconic. See, and then she starts whispering again.
I'm not whispering.
Yeah, yes, you are.
I have a soft voice that may not project like yours. I feel like I'm be yelling a lot of the time.
No. Well, you do yell when you yell at me. Five,
4,
3,
2,
1.
It's the Liquid Radio
Show
After Dark
with your host,
Domika.
And Tommy on bass. Hey, Domika.
Hi, Tommy on bass.
How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm okay. See, now we got a bad vibe. We got a bad vibe. And you know what? This is going to go on the show. Because people need to know that we are a real couple. And that it's not always happy time. Yes, even Tommy and Domika have disagreements. We don't fight. We don't argue.
And we don't
but sometimes
hit people in the head with no bottle either.
No, but sometimes we don't see eye to eye. But I found the best thing you can do when you don't see eye to eye is shut up and listen to what the other person has to say, because they have a valid point of view, right? And if it's valid to them, then it would behoove you to try to make it fit into your world. That's how I feel.
Not necessarily.
Well, yeah, if I want to be with you. Because
you can agree to disagree. Doesn't mean it has to fit.
Well, let's talk about disagreement then. Because if we disagree, there can be things that are fundamental to our relationship. For example, you say, I don't believe in God. And I say, well, I do.
You don't believe in God?
No, I'm just saying.
You don't love God?
You don't love God?
No, that's no.
No, but see,
we would not be here together.
But let's say
that was a situation.
Let's say one of us developed. I've seen it happen.
I will not develop that, baby, because if it had not been because of the law,
you're missing the point. The point is there are things that are non-negotiable, and we talked about this today. Non-negotiables. There are things in a relationship. There are things from people that are non-negotiable. We would not be equally yoked if we didn't believe in the same thing, right?
Correct.
So we can't.
I don't play about God.
So we can't agree to disagree on that.
Correct.
So if I say let's just agree to disagree. No, my job at that point is to try to understand and try to make it fit into my life without losing you. Okay, so am I going to lie and say, okay, yeah, I believe? No, but am I going to do the necessary work for us to become equally yoked again? You better believe it, because you're important to me.
I'm important?
You're very important. The Liquid Radio Show is brought to you by 3 sponsors. One is the Groove Coalition. It's the only band that matters. The second sponsor is Domika's Kitchen, satisfying your sweet tooth one sweet treat at a time. We have Art Walk coming up. It'll be next Wednesday. What day is that, Mika? Next Wednesday, we will be out there with cakes and pies and treats and good old things. Hey. We're going to have some good stuff out there. I'm hoping that we can finally get some pineapple upside down cake, because that's my favorite.
Oh, actually, we got like 2 weeks.
Yeah?
Yeah, because doesn't it seem like it's the end of the month?
It's the first Wednesday. It feels like it's the end of the month,
June.
But it's not. Yeah. So the first Wednesday, it's like we got a whole another week to go, don't we? Okay, well, not next week, but week after next. And finally, the Liquid Radio Show is brought to you by Iconic Eyelash. More than meets the eye. Hey, Mika.
Yes. What's up,
You want to be an outstanding radio show host?
I'm already one.
Ooh, award winning.
Already one.
Already won. But guess what, though?
What?
For those other people that are not, you know what they're going to need?
What?
Some red lips.
I can help them with that. I
You
can
can
refer them to, I can refer them out.
What
I'm
about,
a good referral source.
What about some nice hips?
I think some people can buy them now. But I can refer
That is
them
a
out.
crying shame. You don't know who's real and who's fake. It's chicks walking, like the girl we saw the other day. It's just people just walking around with booties damn near dragging the ground. And they paid to look like that. They paid money. So red lips, nice hips, and some iconic supersonic eyelashes from Iconic Eyelash. More than meets the eye. So Mika,
Yes.
we have had a interesting week talking about mental health.
Very much so.
And we went to a very good awards ceremony at Shades of Green to kind of recognize some titans, some heroes in the field of mental health in
awareness.
Jacksonville, brought to us by Step by Step.
For Help Foundation.
Yes, Desiree Jones Corley.
Corley Jones.
Corley Jones. I'm sorry, Desiree. Please forgive me. I'm just old black boy trying to make it through life. I'm sorry about that. It's Jones Corley,
Yes.
right? And she looked fantastic, by the way.
Yes.
She had her green on. Everyone had on something green.
Some shades
Myself,
of green.
I had on olive, which is green.
Yep.
But Mika,
What?
you was looking real nice.
I try.
Don't try. You be doing it.
I try.
You was looking real nice. But yeah, we talked, and there was a guest speaker, Dr.
Love McPherson.
Love McPherson. She talked, and one of the things she talked about is self-care, about us actually looking out for ourselves. There are some people in our lives, they are trouble magnets, and I know that's a harsh thing to say, but they always got something going on, and they look to us to build them back up. Okay, so you're pouring into them, but who's pouring into you? Is that person ever pouring into you?
Good question.
Is that person pouring into you? So guess what you got to do?
Ask yourself that.
You got to ask yourself, is that person pouring into me? So we got to go and find something or do something or talk to someone that can pour into us.
Correct.
We are
Because you can't pour from a empty cup.
Nope. We are only on this earth for a short time, but I can promise you this. It can seem like a long time when you make several bad decisions. Okay? If you can just kind of figure a way to take care of yourself first, and it's not selfish. It's not, people always say, oh, you're just selfish. You're a narcissist. All you care about is yourself. No, that's not. See, there are two types of narcissists, and we're going to talk about this too later on. But it is a disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD. And it is very, very common because now we recognize that the symptoms and the telltale signs are not only similar, they're very, very prevalent. I did some research and I found out that there are another two types of narcissists. You got a pro-social and an antisocial. You know? And I'm like, wow, what is that? Well, because we all have a part of us that's a narcissist. And some of it can be good. You know, they did studies, and I forget the scientist's name, they did studies and found out that self-esteem, right? Mm-hmm. Self-esteem is more conducive to narcissism than self-compassion. Okay, and that leads back to the self-care. Okay, so you can have a self-esteem. Some people say I have a low self-esteem, a high self-esteem. Mm-hmm. People that have a high self-esteem tend to really care about themselves in a way that they think they're better than other people. I got my self-esteem is high. I can walk into this room and do this, and I can do it better than anybody else. But if you have self-compassion, you're the one that's going to say, look, this is too much for me. I need to take a step back. Mm-hmm. I've bitten off more than I can chew, and I need to take some rest. That's showing compassion for yourself. And the best way to combat being a narcissist is just being kind to people, and not like a antisocial narcissist who is kind to people. For example, have you seen these videos where on TikTok or YouTube or wherever, where the people go out and they do something nice with somebody and they film it? Mm-hmm. See, those are narcissists. You can't do something nice for somebody hoping to get applause or reaction because you did something nice for somebody. You did it because you wanted to do it. So that's a form of narcissism. When you seek it and you want people to feel good about you. So you go out and do things and you're waiting on them to say how great you are because you did this. Oh, he brought that family groceries. Well, how did you know that he did it? You know,
because they made sure that you knew about it.
They made sure that you knew about it. That's a form of narcissism because they're trying to get applause. They're working for that applause by doing things to make people happy. They use their empathy. Oh, and they also use their empathy to be what you want them to be so you can be pleased with them. So if I tell you, if you meet me, let's say we never met, and we meet each other for the first time.
Excuse me. Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
I just coughed.
We meet each other for the first time. And you say, I'm looking for a man that does A, B, C, and D. You better rest assured, if I'm the antisocial or really pro-social narcissist, I'm going to do everything you said do for a little while. For a little while. Right? And that is the crux of what I'm trying to convey. You know, we both have had our dealings with narcissists.
Oh, yes.
And believe it or not, there is help. You can. I guess the most difficult part is getting a narcissist to realize that they're a narcissist and to go get help, because a narcissist blames everyone else for their shortcomings. You know what I mean? So, you know, we are the way we are because of what happened to us. You know, things that happened to us in our childhood shape the way we are. Right?
Oh, yeah.
You got an example? You got examples you want to share, or you feel free enough to share on the Liquid Radio After Dark? Or you want to hold on to it?
Let's see, how do I want to do this? Because I've been reading up on, myself. Mm-hmm. And by the way, if many of you may not know, but I am a psychology major.
Da, 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 da. A what?
I'm a psychology major.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Oh my God. Congratulations.
Yep, I have a bachelor's of science in psychology.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. That's
awesome. And, I guess when you're in a situation, especially when it's unhealthy, you may or may not really be aware
Right.
Okay.
You never know it when you're in it. It's only when you step outside and you go like, man, I was in a shitty situation. You know? Or unless you got someone to come up to you, someone you really trust and love, and they come up to you and say, you do realize you're being abused, right? You do realize that's not right. You do realize that you shouldn't have to put up with that. And that's when you start coming to the awareness of,
yes,
of I'm being, what, you got some?
It's called the awakening. The awakening.
The awakening.
And there was something that I was reading upon, and I'm just going to just share just a few things that I realized. And those, just a couple of those things was and is that I became more sensitive to other people, their energy. Like I was, because again, it was about the awareness, aka awakening. Because now I am kind of keen into the way that people treat me.
Right.
And once I was able to put a word with how I was being treated, now anybody who comes in my space, I'm wondering what you want. Right. What do you want with me? Or what can I do for you? You know? So I began to want to spend a lot of time by myself. Some people may call it isolation. I've even called it isolation. However, sometimes you have to isolate yourself to protect yourself.
Right.
Also, and this was like in the intimate relationship part of it. I was conditioned to believe that love, quote unquote love, it was like a romantic fairy tale. Like it was like a favor, you know, but really there was lots of opportunities where I could have grown or I could have evolved, but because those people were narcissists and they were really not right for me, I ended up really not learning a lot about myself at the time.
Right. You looked at this Prince Charming sweeping you off your feet, taking you to a fairy tale land, living happily ever after.
Thought it was going to be,
but
thought it was love.
But it never works out like that.
Nope.
There is no Prince Charming.
Nope.
You know, where there is no princess with the glass slipper. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a shame that we've been conditioned to say, I'm going to wait on the right person. Well, what if that right person never comes? You going to create the right person? Well, because sometimes your vision could be skewed by something you think you see. And if it's a good narcissist and you verbalize what you think you need, they're going to be it. And I remember I prayed, and this is I prayed for something, for a certain type of woman. Mm-hmm. And guess what?
What?
She showed up. She showed up. And guess what?
What?
Toxic. Toxic. I should have done my own work.
Well,
I should have done my own work and my own research, not to get involved in that toxicity. Put it this way. After you get out of these toxic relationships with a narcissist, you start to realize that this is not even somebody you want to even hang around with. This is somebody that you probably wouldn't even be friends with on any other occasion. You know what I mean? Because of the toxicity. But go ahead. I was cutting you off. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I didn't know what I wanted because here it is. I'm a young girl. I'm a young girl, a innocent young girl. I didn't go looking for nobody. Those guys came looking for me. They came and they looked for me. They brought their best representatives. And years in. Years.
You realize that this is not the person.
This is not it. And I survived those relationships. And I mean that.
Well, that is.
I survived it.
But see, that is something that people have to realize. That you're going to survive it. Even though you've put in that time and you feel like your best years have been robbed from you.
No, not me. Not me. I didn't. My best years are now, because had it not have been that had it not, how do I say this? Had I not gone through what I gone through, I would not really know how to appreciate what I have now. Okay. So I know that I knew what I didn't want, and I still stand firm on those things.
What you don't want?
I don't want no bullshit.
You don't want no bullshit?
I don't have time for it. I don't have the patience for it.
What about crazy shit?
Crazy shit, yo shit, her shit, they shit, bullshit, whatever other shit.
What about shit that ain't got nothing to do with you?
That shit too.
You ain't got time for that.
I don't have time for that,
That
shit
shit you
either.
ain't got time for.
I don't.
Stupid shit?
I ain't got time for that either.
Dumb shit.
None of that either. Fuck shit either.
Oh my God. You got time for the fun. This is the Liquid Radio Show After Dark. We are authorized to use the F word. Okay, go ahead. That was just my.
But yeah, I I don't have time for that. And that's in any relationship.
Not just boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife.
Any relationship.
So if you coming down the street,
I will cut you off quicker than JEA without you making your payment on time.
So be warned, people. The Bridgewaters, this branch of the Bridgewater,
don't play with it.
Don't come with no bullshit, because once we start disappearing, you might as well go and ask yourself.
Which one of these hands did I give her the scissors, him the scissors to cut me off?
I must have came with some bullshit.
Yeah,
I must have came with some shit. And it's so funny about me. I give people ample opportunity to correct themselves.
I am now.
That I say, okay, here we go now. This is it. And we've had these conversations. You and I.
Let me hold up. I've been giving people that. Ample time.
Yeah.
To get it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they kept giving me
the
scissors back.
Yeah. So here, cut me. Yeah. Scissors. Do some scissoring.
I did some scissoring, all right.
Oh yeah.
Not that kind of scissoring.
Oh my God.
But I didn't have to cut some people.
I know that's
deep,
right.
waist deep.
I know that's right. That's right.
And nobody knew that it was daytime. I shocked them folks. And I should have, because they didn't realize the shock that I endured. Yeah. Hell, I kind of still suffer from that shit too.
Yeah.
Well, excuse me. I don't suffer from it no longer, because that no longer has dominion over my thought process about, how I move in this relationship. But I can't do that no more. I will not.
Yeah.
And I say to myself, Mika, you knew better. You knew better. But because of the empath, I'm a severe empath.
Oh, yeah.
Got it bad.
Yeah.
You know, I give people...
Which is prey for the narcissist. They look for an empath, and then they become just, I need you, I love you. Especially when they love bombing you, because you feel so starved and you hadn't had that in so long, and they just love bomb. They take you out. They just tell you they can't live without you, and they and then you be like, I found it. I found her. This is it.
And sometimes they may not even tell you that. They act, quote unquote, they act like they can't live without you, because you know what? When I'm gone, it's hard to replace what I have to offer. You'll never find another one like me.
Sound a little cocky.
Well, call it what you want to call it. I know what I got.
Cocky.
I know what I have. And if I allow you in my world, know that you're special. Because I don't fool with people like that. If you being around me, not me being around you, because I have to allow myself to get around you too. But if you being around me makes me uneasy, feel uneasy, stomach bubbles, or I just feel kind of uneasy around you, you got to get gone. And sometimes we can't control to get going with some people. So you have to distance, or let me speak for myself. I will distance myself from you. I will treat you with a long handled spoon. Because there are some that you just can't get away from. Some you can't. Not all the way. Because they're your people. And when I see your people, they could be your parents. They could be your siblings. They could even be your own children. And I'm not telling you something that, as it relates to this, something that I read about. This is something that I know about.
Yeah, it's sad, but it's life. You want to be, when we talk about being, defeating narcissism, and to make sure that you're not one, you have to realize that you're part of humanity. You know what I'm saying? That you belong to the collective. Okay? And this is a problem that we have in this country. Everybody's out for themselves. Okay? So thus we are creating more narcissists. So when you realize the greater good, John Donne, a scholar and poet from I forget what century, maybe 12th century. I can't remember. But he had a poem. And it's called No Man is an Island. And it's one of my favorite poems because it reminds us that we are not alone. And we need each other. Okay? And when I treat you bad, I'm treating humanity bad. And I'm treating myself bad. If there's a line in the poem that says, if a part of Europe gets washed away by the sea, we're lesser for it. We shrink. It's becoming a smaller part. I'm involved in mankind so that when one man is hurting, I'm hurting. And we're all connected. This is how you create empaths. And this is how you get away from being a narcissist, just be kind. Not because somebody's looking, because you actually feel for that person. You know, don't be like me for many, many, many moons. Drive by a homeless person and then go, oh, God bless him. God help him, Jesus. No, you got to do something. Now, don't be foolish, you know, and get hit upside the head. You know what I'm saying? Don't be no idiot because you're trying to be involved in mankind.
So you got to crack
and don't be the dude that keeps like on the video, who's the Mac, where you keep getting hit upside the head with the same story. You got it's always a strange amount of money. You got 37 cents. I'm like, boy, why you need 37 cents? Well, I got this much, and I'm trying to catch the bus all the way across town. Well, it costs more than 37 cents, bro. Come again. But anyway, don't be no fool. Just be cautious. And if you decide to give to St. Jude's or PETA or Sulzbacher Center,
I give to St. Jude.
Or mental health, or step by step, just anything, you'll feel better. And those resources can go out to help people in need. Yep. And I really, really, really can't tell you how it makes me feel to know that people are actually suffering. I don't. Suffering is.
There's lots of people suffering.
Yeah. But anyway,
there has to be, because you can't tell me that a majority of the crime that's going on, that some of those who are committing crimes haven't suffered.
Yeah. Well, you know,
they have. You can't tell me, and it's from the threat. Remember today, a little earlier today, I was telling you about. Well, I asked you about
fight or flight,
freeze, being another threat state.
Well, you got fight. I'm sorry, I'm not sleeping. I promise. I'm sorry. You got fight, you got flight, and you got freeze.
It's freeze. Yep.
What is that?
Freeze is, well, I'm going to ask you this.
Me?
Not you, because I already asked you this earlier, but I'm talking about our listeners. Have you ever thought about like getting up, but you couldn't move? Or if you were, let's say you were on your phone and you were scrolling, and even while you were scrolling, you were thinking about like chores, things that you needed to do.
Yeah.
Or you wanted something to eat, but for some reason it's like you couldn't get up to go to the kitchen.
Yeah.
So it was your body fighting to survive.
Yeah.
And freeze is an immobilization state of the dorsal vagal nervous system branch. It's like when your body, it freezes to avoid threat. If you dissociate on a regular basis, you probably will go into freeze often. Meaning, like if you get caught in like chronic stressful situations, or if you're getting overwhelmed quite often, you may find yourself stuck in that frozen state. And it's just where your body is trying to fight for survival because it perceives some type of a threat based on past experiences.
Wow.
Yep. Your voice may shift. You might feel numb, or because you zoned out when you're, finally are aware. Again, we go back to the, about being aware or awareness. You realize that time had passed by, and that during that whole time you were actually thinking about what you should do.
Yeah. You know what? I'm starting to realize now, I always call it paralysis by analysis.
Yeah.
It's, you I'm thinking so hard about what I should do next. And what are the next steps? What are the repercussions? And so I end up not doing nothing.
Yeah.
I just kind of sit there and go,
because you're in that free state.
Wow. I just was able to make that connection.
Yeah.
Wow.
That it has a actual term. It's a term. It's a definition.
Wow.
Well, that was a definition, but
you're pretty smart.
Term. Well, again, I've been kind of looking around at some stuff.
You're pretty too.
I'll try.
Sexy
too. But listen, listeners, if you ever find yourself in that frozen or state of, being frozen, here are about five things that you can actually do. Do one thing. If you find that you have a list of things to do, whether it's the dishes, laundry, or some type of a work assignment, ground yourself and do only one of those things. And whenever you're done doing that one thing, celebrate yourself.
Celebrate. Yeah, I did it.
Say, hey, I did it.
Yep.
Find nature. If you're really feeling immobile, just sit out front or out back. Let the sun hit your skin. Listen to the birds. Get close to the trees, and this will help you thaw out.
Yes.
Breathe. Deep breaths will send oxygen to your body. Your heart rate will go up, but just keep on breathing.
Yep.
Use your eyes. Put down your phone and move your eyes from left to right. Look up at the ceiling and then look down to the floor. A wide range of eye movement, it sends cues of safety to your body or to our bodies, and it will help us get out of that shutdown mode.
Yeah.
Speak kindly to yourself. Say to yourself, it's okay. I am in freeze. I am safe. And do not self-shame yourself. Stop being so self-critical. We are human.
Human beings.
Yes.
Not beings. Beings.
We are human beings. But yeah, so don't talk bad or down on yourself. This will only keep us stuck, shut down, and frozen.
We're guilty of self-sabotage and telling ourselves that we're not worthy.
Oh, yes.
And we got to stop doing that. Like I said, self-compassion and self-esteem are two different things. And self-esteem is commonly connected to arrogance, and we do know that arrogance and confidence, they are not the same.
Nope.
You can have confidence in your abilities.
I'm confident in my abilities.
But an arrogant person, that person, not only are they confident in their abilities, they are confident that you ain't shit. They confident that you ain't nothing, and that they are 100% better. So anyway, yeah, and that's also very narcissistic too.
Of them.
Yeah, very narcissistic. Well, my dear, we have had us a show, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Hats off to Dana for getting us kicked off. We appreciate her, Dana Lewis. She's busy selling houses, so we can't always have her, but we held it down.
Oh, yeah.
We smart, right?
Heck yeah.
The Legal Radio Show is brought to you by
Domica's Kitchen.
Satisfying your what?
Sweet tooth
One sweet treat at a time. The Legal Radio Show After Dark is also brought to you by the Groove Coalition, the only band that matters.
The Group Coalition?
The Coalition Band.
Oh, shoot.
The Group Colossians.
Oh, boy.
I'll tell you that story later. The Group Coalitions.
Oh, my God.
Anyway. And the Liquid Radio Show is brought to you by Iconic Eyelash. More than meets the eye. Supersonic, iconic eyelashes are what's going to set you apart from the rest of the world.
Oh, yeah.
I got a picture of you, baby. and you got on some iconic eyelash.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! As a matter of fact, that picture is on this video, and you got on some
On this video?
on this video, and you look so good. Oh my God!
I told you I'd be trying.
No, you don't be trying. You be doing, honey.
I'll be trying.
So tune in next week. I'm sorry we took such a long break.
It's okay.
Yeah, but see, we're not going to
Sometimes we have to break.
We had to break. But we are back. We are doing a lot of music.
A lot of what?
Doing a lot of music. And we are baking a lot of cakes and treats and pies and things. You know, that's my Fat Albert imitation. Hey. Because I always think about, when I think about cakes and treats and pies
Fat Albert.
and goodies, all I can see is hey.
And Harry. That was one of my childhood favorites.
You know my favorite part, right? You know my favorite part.
What?
The beginning, that bass. Doop, 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 doop. Hey. Did Quincy Jones do that? I think Quincy Jones might have done that. Now, I know he did. Quincy Jones did Sanford and Son. That's Quincy
Sound the
Jones.
same, don't it?
Yep. You know, Quincy Jones is a bad boy. If we were to have a minister or secretary of arts in America, it should be Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones. He would be the guy.
Oh,
Yeah. Anyway, that's it for us. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other.
Most definitely. And make sure y'all go and follow Love McPherson on all your social media outlets.
Love.
Yes.
She's
something for yourself.
You know why?
Why?
Because she's McFierce. Corny? A little bit.
Yeah, that.
Okay, so McPherson.
Love McPherson. All I'm going to say is this. And I'm going to let y'all go.
What you got to say?
She poured so much into me at her, during her time up on the stage. It's like I went from childhood to young adulthood to reminiscing on when I was an advocate. Like, I was like, amen, hallelujah. Because she spoke so much truth. Mental hairness. Oh my God. May is mental health.
Hairnet.
Oh my God. May is mental health. That is a
It's mental hairnet.
tongue twister. May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Say that. Now say it again.
I'm not going to say it fast.
Say it. Try.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
I bet you can't say it fast.
I bet you I won't either.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month. May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Because you was already saying it in your head.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Now you do it.
What is it?
May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
May is what?
Mental Health Awareness Month. Guess what?
Mental Health Awareness what?
Month.
No, say what?
Month. I know what you're trying to do.
What?
Make me say month. Mental Health Awareness Month.
But it is. But May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And if you or someone you know needs to speak to someone, a professional, please reach out to Mrs. Desiree or any of her staff. Step for Step by Help. No, Step by Step for Help. Nonprofit organization, or if you'd like to give to that organization, nonprofit organization, as they provide quality mentoring, prevention support, efficient literacy programs, and assistance, family engagement to help build relationships and strong families. Contact 904-479-9242.
Whoop whoop. how you think about that.
Please do so.
All
You
right.
could be saving yourself or someone that you love or someone that somebody loves.
Yes. So next time we're going to talk more about mental health. We're also going to talk about relationship health. And we're also going to touch on those pesky narcissists again. Yeah. All right. So, hey, that's it. Mika, you were brilliant.
Tommy, you're brilliant too.
I love you.
I love you too.
We're going to stay married?
Heck yeah.
Yeah? We're going to do this thing? How many months we've been married now? 1 March, April. 4 months? 3 months?
No.
How many?
March, April, May.
3 months. You
3 what?
3 months. You don't regret it, do you? Because
Do you regret it?
Heck no. If I could have done it earlier, I would have.
I know.
You know that, right?
Yep.
Cute self. You know you're cute, right?
I'm all right.
You know what's gonna happen, right? You know. You don't know? She's shaking her head now. You want me to tell you? You want me to show you?
Yeah, just show me.
But
just show me.
Just show you. I'll show you after the show. Anyway, be yourself.
You trying to have sex.
Ooh. I don't believe you just said that.
Okay, y'all, we gotta go.
I don't believe.
You trying to have sex. Well, you like to have sex.
I'm trying to have sex.
Trying to have sex.
Sex.
Well, it is Liquid Radio After Dark. If y'all ain't grown, you better find another channel to tune into.
Tune into the other channel because it's grown
This
folk
is
talk.
not for you.
Can get a little raunchy sometimes. Can get a little nasty. Today we took it easy on y'all.
I ain't easy.
Or whatever.
You easy?
We took it easy on them because this is a very serious topic, mental health. All right, so
We love y'all.
we love y'all. Be safe.
Keep washing your hands too.
Yeah, we don't want that thing to come back. I just think about where we came from, man. They shut the world down.
Yeah, what, 3 years ago?
Yeah, the world was shut down. 2019, and then by March of 2020, we were in shutdown.
And was in trouble if you got caught out there in the streets.
You could, in some places, you got like a ticket or arrested.
Oh yeah, if you didn't have your paperwork,
Yeah.
if you were not a essential worker,
essential work. Then,
Jesus,
we thought it was going away. Then it got ticked up all the way through 2022. About the summer of 2022, they started letting people outside again.
Because it picked up. It was that spring,
Right,
when they kind of it got COVID-19, and then we got shut down, and then I think it picked up around the wintertime.
Yeah.
Like,
they're saying it came
it was
from a lab.
holidays.
They're saying it came from a lab, right?
Listen, I don't know what to believe. All I know is whatever it is, whether it's COVID-19, COVID, whatever, I know that people died from it.
Yeah.
I know that my loved ones tested positive for it. And I know that families were separated and still are separated from it.
Yep.
I don't like it.
No.
So I'm
Can't
steering
like
away
it.
from it.
As my son used to say, can't like it.
Don't like it. I don't like
Okay,
it.
mommy. All right, so that's it. We're out.
Peace.
Bye-bye.